This is Meteorologist Matthew East, and this is the Friday edition of the Carolina weather video here for this 12th day of December. The big storm system that's been affecting our area pulling out this morning, a big mess up over the New England states and even back into the mountains of the Virginias and down into Pennsylvania. You have some snow flying, and then you get up into the New England states, rather, and you have this area that's seeing ice over parts of Maine, Vermont, and New Hampshire. And above that, an area seeing snow there in the extreme northern part of New England. But the precipitation has come to an end here in the Carolinas, and chilly air mass moving in its wake. Our highs sort of trying to make it up this afternoon into the lower side of the 50s in most Piedmont locations. And I want to show you this, just brutally cold air in the northern plains. And you get into those shades of red you see there in northern parts of Minnesota and Wisconsin. That is teens below zero for the actual current temperatures. That is brutal stuff. And we're going to have this fairly chilly air mass settling into much of the eastern part of the country as the weekend unfolds. So let's take a peek at the modeling. This is 1 o'clock this afternoon. This cooler air mass continuing to push on into our area. We'll see a good amount of sunshine today. That'll be a nice sight. And our high temperatures, again, mainly lower side of the 50s today. A cold one tonight. We're going to drop down into the 20s everywhere across the Piedmont and up into the mountains. A very cold night, even possibly some teens in some mountain spots. And then as we get into the day for tomorrow itself, lots of sunshine, beautiful Saturday weather, and it will be fairly cool. A lot of 40s for those Piedmont high temperatures, mainly upper 40s tomorrow afternoon. All right, here we are out to Sunday. Sunday's weather still looks pretty good, but we begin to get into this southerly flow as we get into Sunday. So I think some clouds begin to arrive on Sunday, but still fairly cool in terms of temperatures. And then Monday, here comes this next very significant cold front down the plain states. That's going to continue moving our way. That is the leading edge to some very cold Arctic air. And that Arctic air is going to continue dropping on off to the southeast. And what's going to happen is the farther east it gets, the shallower it is going to get. And that low-level Arctic air is something the models do a very poor job of handling. Let's scoot on out now to Tuesday at 1 in the afternoon. And I brought in some shower chances into Tuesday's forecast. That front, as depicted here on the GFS, right through there. So some shower chances on Tuesday and a milder. We're probably talking lower 60s for highs Monday and Tuesday afternoon. Out to Wednesday, and again, the models are going to be all over the place now. The GFS sort of tries to waffle this front back off near our area or just to our north. The European actually, as we get into Wednesday and Thursday, pushes that front just to our south, and we get into some of the cooler air. So it's not set in stone exactly how temperatures will unfold for the second half of next work week, but I think at least by Thursday probably we're seeing some of the cooler air move back in. On the GFS, this is 1 o'clock Thursday, and again another push of cooler air, and I actually shouldn't say cooler air. This is very cold Arctic air in the central part of the country trying to advance eastward, and along that front you have these areas of showers, maybe a couple thunderstorms. But here's how I've handled next week's forecast. I've mentioned it being pretty mild, low 60s Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Some shower chances, especially Tuesday and Wednesday. And then I brought in some cooler air by Thursday and Friday. But again, we'll have to adjust that as necessary as the models get a better handle on that very thin layer of low-level cold air. And I wanted to show you this. This is the comparison between the 0Z European and the 0Z GFS. This is 500 millibar pattern, the average of day 8 to 10. And there's pretty good agreement here. The GFS is on the right, European is on the left. And while cold weather fans, you're looking at that going, ugh, that's a pretty nasty looking ridge here across the southeast. Yeah, that certainly means no prolonged shots of Arctic air during that time frame. But again, I think we're going to see this low-level Arctic air kind of oozing down into the central and eastern part of the country, and it'll just be a matter of how far south each intrusion of that shallow, cold, low-level air can make it. All right, that's it for today's edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Everyone have a wonderful and safe weekend. The weather should be nice, especially Saturday, although it'll be on the cool side. So get out and enjoy it. Everyone have a great weekend, and God bless.